Well, hello. My name is Daddy-O. I do some faceless channels and I do a couple of face channels. I did a video here. I've done a couple of videos on this subject. It's the rent an Uber or rent a vehicle to do Uber in. I've done a few videos on it, and I'm getting a lot of comments off of this. People are still wondering about it. So I'm going to talk again about it today. Yeah, it's the easiest way I know of to do Uber now. People are having problems. I'm getting a lot of comments. If you do Uber and you do Uber the way I do Uber, you can make a couple $100 a day. All right. I focus on making sure I can make 100 plus my expenses for the day. That's my little goal. I'm an old person. I'm not pushing it that hard. Some of these young bucks out here are running it. You know, they're making some jack. You can do $400, $500, $600 a week. Easy. All right. If you get out here every day and really work it, you definitely, if you're near a big city, you can make $300-$400 a day if you really push it. That's common. All right. If you want to go out there and push it. So a lot of people are having problems with understanding the expenses because, like I say, I spend $305 a week for a rental vehicle so that I don't have to use my own personal vehicle to do Uber in. It's the easiest way. I know how. I don't have to pay insurance. I just got an oil change the other day. They're getting me new tires for it now. I don't have to pay for anything except my expenses. So yeah, I'm sorry some people are having a hard time understanding or grasping the concept. I don't know what they think Uber drivers actually make. You can get out here and make some money. If you really want to push it, I could do $300-$400 a day if I just wanted to go over to the big city and work. That's easy peasy over there. I'm not going over to the big city and working. I'm an old guy. I'm not going over there playing those inner city games. That's not me. I listen to jazz music. I try to stay calm and relaxed during the day. Try to keep the old ticker, working right. I'm not going over there and work in the big city, but if you want to do Uber and you're afraid of the expenses that you're going to have to spend each week, that $305 plus your gas, plus this, plus, I go out and make 100 plus the $30 or so I put in gas a day, $25, $30 a day I put in gas. I don't go out there and run those long runs. So I'm not using a whole lot of, I am in a little small area. I do short runs. So I use a little bit more gas than I would if I was out doing long runs, I guess. But I don't have to put up with the headaches of working the big city. That's not where I want to work at. But don't worry about you have to figure it out for yourselves. So I'm getting a lot of people asking questions and not understanding. They are telling me about their car payments, how much a month they pay, and here I am paying so much more. But hey, you have a car. You have to worry about things. You have to worry about them tires. You have to worry about that battery. You have to worry about the oil changes. You have to worry about things, your insurance. I don't worry about none of that. So to take that burden off your shoulders and not have to worry about it, that's why I do it. You have to figure it out for yourself. But if you want to do Uber and you don't have a car that you want to use, or your car is not up to standards, or you don't even have a car, but you want to do Uber, check into renting a vehicle. Yes, you'll pay I pay $305. But I saw someone I haven't really gotten to look into. I have a comment on here from someone. I'm going to find out more about it. That they went in, it said $250 on the internet. When they got there, they wanted $400 and some odd dollars. I don't know who they were trying to go through, if it was Avis or Hertz. I've told you, Hertz and Avis does this program. I don't care for Hertz. I had them in the beginning, and they screwed me all up with my bank account. They don't want to take the money right away, and it kind of gets you into a spot, and then all of a sudden, no, I don't like Hertz. I don't like the way they do it. I didn't like the vehicles that they were trying to, I did a couple of vehicles through them. Didn't like the vehicles neither. But with the Avis, I've had no problems. And I've had them for right at 2 years now. I've been doing a rental through them, and everything's taken care of for me. That's why I keep doing it. It's hard to explain to some people that can't grasp, I guess, the concept of going, oh, geez, you're putting out $1,200 a month. My car payments are only $300 and whatever. Yeah, but you got a lot of personal stuff there that you got to worry about. I don't worry about none. If I'm on a run or I'm going somewhere and this vehicle breaks down, I got a card over here I can call. They're going to bring me out another vehicle. I love that. I mean, for an old person, for someone in my spot, that works out great. And it should for you too. I mean, you take that burden out of having to, especially if you got a vehicle running. I put a lot of miles on a vehicle. Even though I do short runs, I had a Toyota here recently, and I'm tracking the mileage I'm putting on this one here in the last 3 or 4 months. I had a Toyota RAV4 that I absolutely loved. It was great. Problem was, I put too many miles on it right away. I mean, right at a year's time, I put right at 80,000 miles on the vehicle. They just let me know, hey, this vehicle's been sold. Bring it back. We're going to give you something different. I drove it over there. Sure enough, got out of that one, put me right into this one. I love that. I'm always driving a newer vehicle. The vehicle I had before was a couple years old. This is a 2000. This is being recorded for future future people. This is 2025. This year is a 2024, so it's only a year old. And that's how they do it. If you go in there, the vehicles that you're going to get are the ones that have been taken out of rental service. Avis is not wanting to rent those vehicles. They've got enough miles on them that they're at the point of wanting to make more money off of them, of course. $1,200 a month, I'm sure part of that goes to Uber. But it's a situation where they're going to make a lot of money on that vehicle that they were fixing to take out of service. It's their last year's vehicles, that kind of situation. But when I got this one here, I think it had 28,000 miles on it. It was the same thing when I got the RAV4. It was just under that, in fact. I've gotten great vehicles from Avis. Use them. I don't care for Hertz. I'll say that again. But yeah, get your vehicle if you need to do Uber, and you just don't want to. You put your miles on your vehicle. This here is a freaking no-brainer. I can see how some people will have a hard time understanding that. But understand this: I've been doing it for 2 years, and it's worked out great for me. So it might not be great for you, but it's been great for me. So do that. Now let's go into something else. Now, if you've gone out, you've rented you an Uber now, you're an Uber driver, congratulations, you did it. I've had some people tell me they've been checking into it. I've been doing these videos about this for a while now, off and on, and giving updates because I get questions about it all the time. If you're doing Uber, grab your camera, start you a channel. It can get kind of comical out here some days. And I've told you, I do other videos on other things other than Uber on this channel. This here started out to talk about my faceless channels and the fun I was having using AIs to do that. And it kind of mushroomed from that. Now, every so often, I'll tell you about my Uber stuff, and I've done some videos on different topics here. And when I get feedback from people asking questions, I'll do another video on it. I'm kind of varied here. It's not one total niche, I guess, now. It's kind of mushroomed into something else. And I've told you, get your camera, get your phone, turn it sideways, click on 180, and tell us what you do. Tell us what you're doing today. Tell us what you're doing out here, doing your Uber rides. And I got sun getting in my face. You can see that. So you know what? I got the vehicle running. I'm going to do... That's how you do that. I'm an old man full of tricks. So, but anyway, guys, and I'll say it again, just to recap this one video. I'm trying to cut it off short here. If you want to do Uber, if you have any questions, just shoot them to me. I'll try to answer. I did a video the other week. I haven't even talked about that. I did a video the other week, 6 days ago. It's my #1 video right now. It's done 3,200 views in a week. It sat there for a day and a half, and then all of a sudden it just took off, and it's still getting views. I've got a lot of videos right now that are still getting views. But that one did 3,000 views. Surprise me. I've got another one at over 2,000, almost at 3,000. So this is fun. Have some fun. Get you a vehicle. Go out and do Uber. If you have one already, just go ahead and take your phone, turn it sideways, click on 180, and start talking about the last ride you had. Get you a channel going. This can be fun. It breaks up the monotony of the day. And have some fun out here. This is fun. Anyway, I'm just kind of stammering on as an old man does sometimes. You know, I guess you've heard your grandpas and your old uncles doing that before. So sitting around the dinner table just saying more than they need to be saying. And that's kind of where I'm at right this second. I'm having fun, enjoying doing YouTube. I ain't gonna say that about Uber, but I have to do that to keep alive. So anyway, you guys have a good evening, good afternoon. Daddy-O is gonna let you go for now. Daddy-O out. I'll come up with something to talk about tomorrow. That's for darn sure. Have a good one, guys. Bye.